Roger's role in Outlander Season 8, Episode 4 quietly becomes one of the most interesting parts of the story, because while Jamie Fraser is the obvious military leader, it's Roger Mackenzie who represents a completely different kind of strategy, one that's less about brute force and more about foresight, positioning, and understanding what kind of war is actually coming. At this point in the season, the looming threat of the American Revolutionary War isn't just background noise anymore. It's shaping decisions in real time. And Roger, unlike most of the people around him, carries a unique advantage. He knows how this war unfolds in the long run. Not every detail, not every battle, but enough to understand the bigger picture. That knowledge is what defines Roger's approach to battle planning. While Jamie focuses on building a militia, training men, and preparing for direct conflict, Roger is thinking in terms of survival and sustainability. He understands that this isn't a single battle, it's a long, drawn-out war. And that means every decision has to consider what happens after the fight, not just during it. One of the clearest aspects of Roger's plan in Episode 4 is his emphasis on preparation over aggression. He's not pushing for immediate confrontation. Instead, he supports the idea of gathering resources, specifically weapons, before anything else. That's why the trip to Savannah matters so much. It's not just a supply run. It's a strategic move to ensure that when the Ridge is eventually pulled into the conflict, they're not caught unprepared. But there's more to it than just acquiring guns. Roger understands that weapons alone don't win wars. People do. And those people need structure, discipline, and a clear understanding of what they're fighting for. Unlike Jamie, who has natural authority and battlefield experience, Roger approaches leadership in a more thoughtful, almost academic way. He's thinking about morale, about communication, about how to keep a group of settlers, many of whom have never fought before, focused and united when things inevitably get chaotic. That's a different kind of leadership, and it complements Jamie's style in an important way. Jamie leads from experience. He's been in battles, he knows tactics, and he commands respect naturally. Roger, on the other hand, leads through perspective. He sees patterns, understands consequences, and often questions whether certain risks are worth taking. This contrast is what makes Roger's battle plan so interesting. It's not about replacing Jamie's approach, but balancing it. Another key part of Roger's strategy is caution. He knows that Fraser's Ridge isn't a fortified stronghold. It's a community, families, homes, people who didn't sign up for war. And that means any battle fought there comes with enormous risk. So instead of focusing solely on how to win a fight, Roger is also thinking about how to avoid one when possible. That doesn't mean running away, it means choosing the right moment. Because one of the biggest mistakes in war is fighting at the wrong time, in the wrong place, under the wrong conditions. Roger's awareness of this is subtle, but it's there in Episode 4. He's not rushing. He's not eager. He's careful. And that carefulness comes from understanding that survival sometimes matters more than victory. There's also a personal layer to all of this that shapes how Roger approaches the situation. He's not just planning as a member of the Ridge, he's planning as a husband and a father. His decisions aren't abstract. They're tied directly to the safety of Brianna Fraser, their children, and the life they've built together. That makes every choice heavier, more complicated. Because every risk he takes isn't just strategic, it's personal. That's why his approach can sometimes feel hesitant compared to Jamie's. It's not weakness. It's awareness of what's at. As Bree and Roger leave the Ridge, there's a sense that they're crossing a threshold. They're stepping out of a place of relative safety and into a world where the rules are different. Savannah represents that shift perfectly. It's not isolated like the Ridge. It's a hub of activity, tension, and uncertainty. A place where the presence of the war is much more immediate, much more visible. And that makes it dangerous. Because in a place like Savannah, nothing is guaranteed. Alliances can shift. Trust can be broken. And even a simple mission can turn into something far more complicated. That uncertainty is what drives the tension forward. Because in Outlander, journeys are never just about the destination. They're about what happens along the way. The challenges, the unexpected turns, the moments that force characters to grow, adapt, and sometimes change in ways they didn't anticipate. For Bree and Roger, this journey is going to be all of that and more. It's going to test their partnership, their trust, their ability to navigate a world that's becoming more dangerous by the day. And back at the ridge, Jamie's preparations continue, but there's an underlying question that lingers. Is it enough? Can preparation truly protect them from what's coming? Or is the war going to change everything, no matter how ready they are? That question hangs over the entire episode. It's what gives every moment its weight. Because no matter how strong these characters are, no matter how much they prepare, there's always the possibility that it won't be enough. And that's what makes this part of the story so compelling. It's not just about action. It's about anticipation, about the feeling that something is coming, something big, something that will test every character in ways they haven't been tested before. By the time the episode reaches its final moments, that feeling is undeniable. The pieces are in place. The characters are moving. The tension is rising. And the battle is getting closer. But what makes episode 4 stand out isn't just the external conflict, it's the internal one. The choices characters are making, the secrets they're holding, the relationships being tested under pressure. Because in a story like Outlander, the most powerful moments aren't always the battles themselves. They're the moments leading up to them. The moments where everything is still uncertain, where every decision matters, where the future hasn't been written yet, but you can feel it approaching. And that's exactly where we are now, on the edge of something bigger, something that will change everything. And as the season continues, one thing becomes clear. The war isn't just coming, it's already here, and no one is going to walk away unchanged.